So I've just realised that Burns versus Brady is in like 5 hours. Like usual, I'm late to the predictions video, but better late than never, as they say. Um, Obviously Gilbert Burns, former title challenger, big name within the welterweight UFC division. Veteran of this game. Sean Brady, 16-1. He got finished by the decision merchant himself, Bilal Muhammad. But anyway, that's not important. Let's just get straight into these predictions instead of wasting any time. And the first fight of the night we have is Zigimantas Ramaska taking on Nathan Fletcher. Zigimantas Ramaska being 9-2, Nathan Fletcher being 8-1. If we look at Zigimantas Ramaska, he's won his last 3 fights. He's never fought within the UFC. So yeah, that's a good look for him. Nathan Fletcher, winning his last 2 fights. Again, he's never fought in the UFC either. Zigimantas Ramaska being 27 years old. Nathan Fletcher is 26, so similar ages. Zigimantas Ramaska, I think I'm going to pick for the win here. Next fight we have here is Andrei Petroski taking on Dylan Budka. Andrei Petroski is 11-4. He won his last fight against Josh Fremd, whereas Dylan Budka, he is 7-3. He lost his last fight against Cesar Almeida via TKO as well. Dylan Budka being 24 years old, Andrei Petroski being 33 years old, so, Dylan is much younger, almost 10 years. We saw Dylan get tested within his last fight and he lost by TKO. I think, I'm going to go with Dylan Budka to win this. Just because he's a younger man, and I believe he can do it. Next fight we have is Jacqueline Amorim taking on Vanessa Demopoulos. I'm not gonna waste time with this one. Jacqueline Amorim, I think I've got her to win. Next fight. Next up we got Yiza taking on Gabriel Santos. Yiza 25-4, so clearly got experience advantage over Gabriel Santos. Even on the UFC website it says he lost his last fight. If I look on Sherdog, it actually says that he won his last 3 fights. So I don't know why that is. Anyway, if we look at Gabriel Santos, he has actually lost his last 2 fights to Lerone Murphy and David Onama. I'm gonna go with Yiza to win this fight. Next fight we have is Felipe Dos Santos taking on Andre Lima. Felipe Dos Santos is 8-1. He won his last fight, but he did lose to Manel Cap just about almost a year ago now. So that's interesting. If we look at Andre Lima, he's undefeated, 9-0. Obviously 9-fight win streak, I guess. He won a UFC 302 against Mitch Raposo. I'm going to go with Andre Lima to win this fight. Next up, we have Isaac Dalgarian taking on Brendan Marot. Isaac Dalgarian is 6-1. He lost his last fight against Christian Rodriguez. Brendan Marot is 8-2. He also lost his last fight against Terence McKinney within 20 seconds of the first round, so that's not very good, is it? I'm gonna definitely go with Isaac Dalgarian to win this one. I just think he can win this. But yeah, next fight we have Rongju taking on Chris Padilla. Rongju 25-5. He's on a 4-fight win streak. He was on the road to the UFC, which I'm pretty sure is like some Asian competition where fighters from Asia basically compete to get into the UFC. So 4-fight win streak within that, pretty good. Chris Padilla 14-6. He's also on a 4-fight win streak. He beat James Lontop a few months ago. 2 guys that are looking very good recently. I'm gonna go with Chris Padilla to win this one, just because I'm sure that the competition Padilla has been going against, like within the actual UFC instead of the road to the UFC. I'm pretty sure that's going to be harder competition, so I'm going to go with Chris Padilla to win this one. Next fight we have is Trevor Peek taking on Yenal Ashmuz. Trevor Peek is 9-2. He lost his last fight against Charlie Campbell. Bro, I swear this guy kind of looks like Oliver Tree. Am I bugging? Anyway, that's got nothing to do with the fight. Yenal Ashmuz, he is a 7-1 fighter. He also lost his last fight against Chris Duncan, but that was over a year ago. In July of 2023, so it's been a long time since he last fought. Trevor Peek also won against Muhammad Yahya. I think I'm gonna go with Trevor Peek to win this one. Next fight we have is Machnell versus Cody Durden. You're probably wondering why I don't have like the big image of the fight. I don't know, it just wasn't letting me open it. But anyway, Machnell, he is 16-8. He's basically lost to all the best. He's lost to Pantoja, he lost to Rob Font, he lost to Royval, he lost to Mateus Nicolau, and he just lost to Steve Erceg. Look, he's not got a very good chin. He got KO'd in his last two fights. So that Steve Erceg one was a bad KO as well. His last fight was over 2 years ago. In fact, his last win was over 2 years ago, and it was against Su Mudaerji. Anyway, he's taking on Cody Durden, who is 16-6. He has also lost his last two fights against Bruno Silva and Tagir Ulanbekov, both by finish as well. These guys don't really have These guys really don't have the best records, do they? But I think I'm gonna probably go Machnell to win this. To be honest, for me, I don't really know because it could go either way. But I think if Cody Durden can't find that chin of Machnell, I think Machnell can probably just cruise to a decision victory here. So that's what I'm gonna go for. Machnell to win this fight. Next fight we have here Steve Garcia taking on Kyle Nelson. Steve Garcia is 16-5. He's on a nice winning streak here. He's He's won his last 4 fights, including Chase Hooper. That's really the only guy I really recognize. Kyle Nelson, he's got a similar record, 16-5 as well. He has won his last 3 fights, so these guys are both on a pretty good win streak. Kyle Nelson also won his last fight by a TKO victory. Steve Garcia, he's on a 4-fight KO streak. I'm gonna go for. Originally, Kyle Nelson was actually paired up against Calvin Kattar, meaning that Kyle Nelson must be pretty good. You know what? I don't know if it's against the odds or whatever. I'm gonna go with Steve Garcia to win this fight. Anyway, not finally. Oh my days! Listen, co-main event of the co-main event of the fight night, right? Jessica Andrade taking on Natalia Silva. Obviously, Jessica Andrade used to be the former champion of the division. 26 wins, 12 losses. She is on a 2-fight win streak. If we look at Natalia Silva, she's on like a 12 or 13 fight win streak. But I think Jessica Andrade, she's just so proven within that UFC, is it flyweight division? Yeah, flyweight division. It's hard to doubt against her. Is that even? It's hard to pick against her. She's kind of short, 5'2". I don't know what that literally. Oh my days, she not too long ago, she was on a 3-fight losing streak against Blanchfield, Yan Zhanlan, and Tatiana Suarez. Recently, she's been picking up form. She got 2 wins against Mackenzie Dern and Marina Rodriguez. I think I'm gonna go Jessica Andrade to win this. She's former champion, more proven within her division, more experience, blah blah blah. So I'm gonna go with Andrade to win this fight. And now I can say finally, the main event of the evening, Gilbert Burns taking on Sean Brady. Gilbert Burns is a veteran of the welterweight division. He is 22-7. He is on a 2-fight losing streak. Unfortunately, he lost to two. I mean, two of the best. He lost against Jack Della Maddalena and Bilal Muhammad. Obviously, we know Bilal Muhammad is the champion, and Jack Della Maddalena is one of the hottest prospects within the division. He's got good wins over people like Masvidal, Neil Magny, Stephen Thompson, Tyron Woodley, blah blah blah. If we look at Sean Brady, he was kind of a prospect until he got shut down by Bilal Muhammad. He got finished by Bilal Muhammad. I don't know how that happens, but anyway, he's 16-1. He won his last fight by submission against Kelvin Gastelum, sorry. And he hasn't really fought the best opponents. He fought Michael Chiesa, I guess. That's not a very good opponent. As soon as he fought someone good, he lost basically. Gilbert Burns, he's getting up there in age now as well. He's 38. That's very old. Okay, no, that's not very old, but you get what I'm saying. For the welterweight division, it is a bit older. Obviously, Sean Brady, the younger man. There's two ways this can go. Either, let me look. Gilbert Burns. Okay, so around 70% of Gilbert Burns' fights ended in a finish. Okay, and Sean Brady, 50% of his fights ended in a finish. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with Gilbert Burns here. I think that's a safe option here, and I do think he will win because he's proven himself. He's a very good fighter, of course. Maybe once you get a certain age, your health and fitness starts deteriorating a little bit, but I believe Gilbert Burns can do this, get this done. Will there be a finish? I doubt it. I think it'll go to decision. So I'm going to pick Gilbert Burns via unanimous decision to win this fight. Bloody hell, I need to end this video now because I can't even speak today, man. I need to slow down when I'm speaking, you get me? I think this video's been too long now. So that's about it. Gilbert Burns via unanimous decision. That's my prediction. Anyway, that's it. That's my predictions for this upcoming fight night. Literally, this fight night's in a few hours. I don't think this video is going to get any views because, who watches a prediction video 1 hour before the fight? Anyway, you guys let me know who you have got for this main event. Sean Brady could pull something out of the bag here. I just think Gilbert Burns is too experienced for him. Anyway, that's about it. Yeah, safe.